Uh, we're gonna start this episode off fucking hot with everyone's favorite segment, Mike's and a minute. Mike, you
Mhm.
you had recently gone to the theaters to see Suzume.
Mhm.
Spoiler free thoughts. This is the same director as Your Name, correct?
Yeah.
Well, how are you feeling about this film?
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, it's all right.
I mean, it's all right.
Was it you didn't enjoy it, or was it just whatever?
I liked it more than I liked Wuthering with You.
Okay, so you still like Your Name the best of Makoto Shinkai's films?
Yeah, probably.
Have you seen other films from them? I don't know. I'm sure they have other films. I have not seen them. I've heard five
Not.
centimeters per second is really good, but I have not seen it.
I remember the title, but I've never seen it.
Why do all his movie
And
posters look exactly the same?
he definitely has a thing. He definitely has
Yeah, I mean,
know.
I'm looking at the posters. Your Name, Suzume, Weathering with You,
Yeah,
and
they're all
centimeters per second all look very similar in the poster, at least. Um, the others not so much, but yeah, I definitely am interested in seeing that. I actually want to watch 5 centimeters per second because somebody recommended it. Does it did it fall into similar like story beats as Your Name and Weathering with You? Is that why it didn't land with you?
I mean, I guess he definitely has a I don't know, like a common theme or
Yeah.
similar tropes or things that are reused throughout the stories. And I think Your Name to me did it the best.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's fair.
So the other movies, they're fine, but I don't know why I said but. I don't think I had a separate thought to follow it up with.
Okay. Was the theater packed when you went?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. Did you go here, up here?
Yeah.
I just looked up. What's up?
No, I said I went to like a 9 p.m. showing on a Wednesday or a Tuesday or
Yeah,
something.
I guess that's. I'm looking now. There's a 10:30 tonight up here and a 10:10 tonight in Somerville. I wonder if those will be filled up or not. But that's not all. We got a double fucking feature for Mike's and a minute. We also watched the first episode of Oshi no Ko, and I watched that with you. We watched it in a group setting with a bunch of folks. Shout out to Eric Van Allen, friend of the program, for making us watch this. I don't know about you, Mike, and I think we should keep this specific chat also spoiler free because I agree with how Eric pitched it to all of us, which was everyone's going to watch this without looking into what this is, and I think that's a better way to see this. I'm kind of intrigued to see more of it. I don't know if you fall into that camp. Like, I kind of want to see more, at least the next episode, and see like where this is going.
Yeah. So when we watched it, I didn't know it was the first episode of the thing. Because it was described as 80, 90 minutes. I said, oh, this is like a film or whatever. So I didn't know it was the first episode. And because of that, all the things that happened. So I knew going not knowing anything. So I figured, some things will happen. Some things I didn't want to have spoiled for myself. But I didn't realize that they were all essentially turns leading up to what is essentially the premise of the show itself.
Yeah. So maybe you might have left the call at this point, or maybe you didn't hear Eric say it, but I believe this is actually like the first. It was like the first 3 episodes or something. Like it was all mashed together specifically so you get the hook of the show.
Yeah, I heard him say that, but then when I went to Mal to update my anime list, it made it seem as though that was really just the premiere. It listed it as 11 episodes, and when I tried saying that I watched the first 3, it made it seem as though, oh no, only 1 episode's out. What are you talking about? So he may be right. Maybe there's only a few more episodes after that. But
I think the other episodes are not as long. I think it was purposely like a longer episode to kind of like it's the first episode, but it was really 3 episodes length or whatever.
Yeah, well, that may be true. I'm curious now if it's really because again, on my anime list, it's listed as 11 episodes. So I do not know if this episode counts 1 through 3 or if it's 11 episodes because the first one is really 3. So like it's really 14 episodes or whatever. It's not important, but again, I didn't know that it was the first. This was the setup.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I mean the other episodes it looks like they are out in Japan, so you could probably look into seeing how long the other episodes are.
I'm sure that all the other episodes are regular length.
Yeah.
I think because again, the way it ends, clearly, okay, this is the premise going forward.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts? Something you're going to watch more of, you think, or no? Or read more of?
I'll have to figure out how I'm going to do it because I think it's only on High Dive. And
yes,
I don't
correct.
think I'm paying for High Dive because it's not a part of VRV anymore. And also VRV is folding. So I don't know. I'll figure something out.
Is there like a what can we say about it for Todd and Dom to see if maybe Todd wants to watch this, because Todd's a big anime guy now.
I honestly don't. I don't know. I would not put the effort in trying to sell them on it.
Well, I guess for then the regular listeners out there, like what can we say about this show, do you think, without like, or is it fine to kind of, I don't think we should say everything about what is in the episode, but it's basically about
go ahead.
They switch bodies and then have to,
I mean, no. Yes? No? I don't know. I wouldn't call it switching bodies.
Yeah.
See what it is they're twins and they were separated at birth.
I mean,
and,
also
they swapped places at camp.
Not necessarily incorrect, but also not correct.
Yeah. So here's what I'll say is that there's a few YouTubers that I watch who talk about anime and things, and the few of them that have mentioned this series in particular, number one, gush its praises because they've read the manga already and like they already know that it's a good series, and 2, never say anything about the show.
All right.
So even the ones that are recommending it, they never say anything about what the series is about.
Yeah, I mean, I think that episode would have been less impactful if I knew some of those twists. Like there were probably 3 or 4 twists in this first episode. Eric did say, because Eric has now, I think, read like 50 issues of the manga. So, because after we watched it, he was all in. He's like, I need to see what the fuck's going on with this shit. And he did say that, like, don't expect every episode to be fucking twist. But there's some good shit there. I like the animation style. I thought, like, I feel like the base premise you can say is that it revolves around
idol culture.
Yeah. Idol culture. So that's like as much, and I didn't even have that bit. Like I didn't even know what this was, and I was just like, I'm not gonna Google it, not gonna look at any art. I'm just gonna go right into it. So, yeah, I'm intrigued. I don't know if I'll seek out the manga, but I'll probably watch the next episodes as they come out. I think Eric is already committed to playing them in Discord as they come out. So if you want to join in on the fun, Mike, that'll be an option. You're also a reader, so I mean, I don't know. You can also
I guess I could just let me just double check with on Viz. I don't think it would be on Viz, but I'm curious now. Oops, I forgot I was playing Super Meat Boy Forever. Yeah, you keep talking about things. We're done.
Okay, all right. Well, that's Mike's Anime Minute. That's everyone's favorite segment. Anyways, welcome everyone to the Past Control Podcast, a show where a couple of best friends talk about the latest in video games and nerd culture. Sometimes we have guests, sometimes we talk about anime too much. Either way, we have a new episode for you each and every week. As always, I'm your host, Brenden Groom, and joining me on this lovely Friday evening is the anime senpai himself, Mr. Michael Desir.
Okay.
All right. Also joining us this evening is the fuck, I can't remember the name of the game. The Breachers. Yeah, I was like, what is this fucking game? The virtual reality daddy, Todd Gary. Todd, how are you doing tonight?
Good.
You've been actually we'll save it. You can talk about that in a bit.
Yeah.
Preach, sing the praises. Todd's back on the VR wagon, and he's got the game to recommend. And also rounding us out this evening is the Disney. I already called Todd the daddy, so I already called Dad the Toddy. What the fuck am I saying? Dominic Forty. Dominic, he's here. He is indeed here. So before we get into it, a couple of quick housekeeping things. This episode of the Pass Control Podcast is sponsored by our good friends at Goodnight Fatty. If you're in the Salem, Massachusetts area or the North Shore, Massachusetts, on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday evening, you want yourself something hot, something sweet, something tasty, something fresh out of the oven, you can head on down to 1 Washington Square and get yourself a delicious fatty. And if you're unaware of what a fatty is, you can check them out on social media at Goodnight Fatty and at Good Morning Chubby, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Also, the PTC Movie Club for what month are we in? April is Mike's pick, and it is A Scanner Darkly. So if you have not watched that film, also a reminder to the three of you, if you have not watched that film yet, we are going to chat about that next week. So you have a week to watch A Scanner Darkly. If you want to listen to that show live or the week that it drops, we will have that for you next episode. So look forward to that. I will reveal my May pick for May as well that week, so you can get ready for the May movie pick. As a hint, let's just say character comedy is making a comeback this year. Let's just say.
Wink. Characters welcome?
Wink. No. We're not doing fucking TNT, Mike. Or is that TBS?
I don't remember.
Who's very funny?
TBS.
Okay, so TNT is characters welcome?
Which one was USA? We've had this
maybe
before.
It was USA. Fuck, wait, is TBS not a thing? Did I just make up a channel?
Is TBS? No, TBS it used to be a thing. I don't know if it is anymore.
TBS and TNT both still exist.
Okay, but
TNN no longer exists.
Oh, wait, TNN? I didn't say TNN. Wait, TNT?
TNT still exists. TBS still exists. TNN, if I recall correctly, turned into Spike Network many years ago.
Is Spike still a thing?
I'm not sure.
No, it's something else now.
Oh, is that the Esquire Network? Is that still the thing?
I think it is. I think it got turned to the Esquire Network.
What the fuck is TNN?
Didn't Spike turn into True TV?
Oh, man, I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Anyways, yeah, I'm just fucking around, not character comedy, or maybe I don't know, but
I don't know. I googled Spike TV and it came up Paramount TV, Paramount Network. Spike was replaced by the Paramount Network.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Does Paramount have its own TV show and like a TV channel? Like it's just like there's a Paramount channel?
Yes.
Paramount Network.
Huh.
There is a Paramount Network.
I don't know. I barely watch TV. I pretty much only watch shows that are on.
We haven't had cable. We haven't had cable for a year, and I don't even. I'm not even phased by it.
I pretty much only watch shows that are on streaming services.
Same,
or I don't watch anything. Yeah. So.
Or I rent a movie. That's it.
All right, Mr. Movie Guy, Mr. Movie Phone over here.
I'm back. Fucking
Todd is single-handedly, brick by brick, bringing cinema back. So where did you go? Where did you go?
One ticket to watch a movie today. Wowzers!
He bought the whole theater, Mike. Did you see the picture?
It
was just him.
Yeah.
He bought the whole theater. How expensive was it to buy out the theater for Beau is Afraid?
No, that's not even what he saw.
He didn't even see Beau's.
No, I didn't see Beau. I wanted to, but I didn't.
Todd was afraid, Mike. He wouldn't see the new Ari Aster film.
Wow.
What did you see, Todd? Give us the spoiler free. How are you feeling about it?
He also watched Suzume.
I saw Evil Dead Rise.
Could you imagine if that's what Todd's like? Yeah, I went to the Suzume matinee.
I saw Evil Dead Rise. I'm still not sure how I feel about it.
Is this the one with like the mom? Is that what this is? Okay.
Right. So I'll say this about the movie. I loved 90% of the movie. I wasn't too. I got to rewatch it because I don't know if I like the ending or not. But the mom is like some of the mom who's like a demon is like some of the. She's amazing. Like she'll go down as like one of the coolest like horror like fucking characters. She was really, really fucking
Did you
good.
hear that, Hereditary? You got
Wow.
fucking shut down.
Todd really just said Tony Collette's dinner scene. Fuck that. Give me this lady's dinner scene.
I will say this. So like they did a 2013 remake of Evil Dead, and I love that movie. It's like super dark. This one's like dark, but like more like goofy, kind of like Evil Dead 2. So if people like were pissed that the last one was like way too serious, this will probably be perfect for them. It's probably why it's being reviewed so well right now. There's a couple things that I want to talk with Dom once he sees it, because like I know you guys probably won't watch it, but
I was gonna say, you want to see it again. Is this Todd's movie pick for July?
I mean, I probably would. I don't know if you guys would want to watch.
No, I don't. I don't want to watch that.
One thing I did like about this movie too is,
well, if we're gonna watch that one, we gotta watch all the Evil Dead. So
I know,
Yeah,
right?
I know,
Well, actually, you know that now that you say that, I was thinking for my next pick to pick Army of Darkness, and you don't really need to see the other ones to see Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness is just like, it's a slapstick comedy, basically. It's not even like a horror movie.
That's Bruce.
Bruce Campbell.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like the first one's kind of serious. The second one's serious, but kind of gets a little goofy, and then it goes into Army of Darkness, which is like, it's not even horror anymore. It's just like, like I said, it's like slapstick.
But
like,
the 20s whatever remake in this is back to horror. Is that what we got it going on?
Yeah. So the 2013 was like straight. Like the only issue with 2013 was that like a lot of the characters weren't really likable, and like it was just like there was no humor, and it was just very dark.
Yeah.
Where like Evil Dead 2 is like kind of like what everyone's favorite is, and it's kind of what it introduced humor, but not overabundance. So like this one kind of went back to that one, where like the last one was like fucking.
Did Todd just say that movie introduced humor, like it invented humor? Like this is the Persona 5 jazz conversation? Is that what we got going on right now?
Yeah. But no, it was the mom was awesome. The movie was good. Like I said, it's a movie I already want to see again, but I just I don't know if I like the ending or not. That's the only great.
Okay. Well, horror fans, there you go. There's Todd's horror hour. There we go. Spin-off show, Todd's horror hour. You can do a whole.
I'll see Beau's Afraid by next week, hopefully.
Damn, Todd really is bringing cinema back, Mike. How many movies you going to see a month, Mike? Todd said,
I don't know. I've been thinking about going to see Dungeons and Dragons still. I still don't know.
I was going to.
I'm going to go see that. And then let's see. By the time I pull that off.
If it's still at Cinema Salem, like.
Yeah, I was probably just going to go to Cinema Salem just because it's walking distance.
Yeah, I'd be down to go to that.
And then let's see. I think I've cashed out all the other films I needed to see in theaters up until whatever comes out next month, Guardians and what have you.
Yeah, I still get to see JW4. Is that still in theaters? Don't ever let me call that JW4 ever again. That
what is JW4?
That hurt coming out of my mouth.
What even is that?
John Wick. JW4. What the fuck is this?
Who are you? What were you on like the clock or something? I can't.
We're trying to keep a tight hour, Mike. We're trying to slim it down. Got a TNN, TBS, CBS. We had all the acronyms.
Not to railroad this too much, but I did see a trailer for what's it called? The Flash movie, and it was like a newer one. I don't know. That movie looks fucking incredible, and I have zero interest in anyone in that movie, but I think that movie looks really fucking.
You have no interest in anyone in that movie.
Okay.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Sorry, Michael Keaton. Yeah. But that movie looks phenomenal, and like
that movie's supposed to reset that DC universe. Is that what's going on?
We don't know
what that movie. That movie is supposed to come out.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right, exactly.
That's its only. Yeah. That's its only purpose now. Is just we need to make this money back.
I was watching some stuff though that people were like, there was like a lot of test screenings, and then there was a whole thing with Tom Cruise. How like
Tom Cruise fucking that
loved
movie.
It. Like thinks it's like one of the best movies ever. Like he was like raving about it. Like so I'm
Tom Cruise is a pretty insane opinion too. So
I know, right? Yeah, he doesn't seem like a fucking.
No. He was on the couch. Everything's like, I love this movie. That's a callback for people. You guys all remember that?
Oh, was on Oprah?
Yeah.
It sure was.
I don't know what movie he was talking about.
It wasn't about a movie. It was about his wife.
Katie Holmes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. that I understand. Anyways. All right. Cool. So yeah, that was a tangent built off of the PTC Movie Club for April. Congratulations. We're very good at this show.
Making content.
I think that'll wrap up housekeeping then. I know last week I had mentioned it, but now it is up. So if you do want to watch a full playthrough or parts that you want to see me get scared at, you can skim through. I believe it's up in 7 different parts. So all of my Resident Evil 4 remake playthrough is now available for you to watch. No surprise, it seems like the most watched part of that so far is the ending. I don't know why people want to watch me play the end of that game, because I don't think the end of the game is scary, but maybe they just want to see my reaction to the end of the game. I don't know.
Maybe they just like seeing the pew pew shoot 'em up.
Maybe that's what they want to see.
Helicopters, you're just going
What's the
around.
dude's name in the helicopter? I forget.
The guy's name in the helicopter? The guy driving the helicopter is Michael.
Okay.
Yeah, he said, call me I think he said, call me Mike or something like that.
Poor bastard.
That's the one person you feel bad for in that whole game.
Yes.
So yeah, you can check that out. I feel like there's something else either already up or coming up, but we'll get there when we get there, I guess. Anyways, all right. So before we get into some of the bigger things for the night, I know, Todd, you've been playing. Well, you can talk about either one or both, but I know you've been playing a game that you keep telling me to play called Dredge, and then another game you keep telling me to play almost every fucking day on MetaQuest, Breachers or Breach. I don't fucking know what it's called.
Yeah, Breachers. Yeah. So the one I want you to play the most is Breachers. I don't know if Mike would be into this, but Mike, it's basically Rainbow Six, but in VR. It's
okay.
It's really fucking cool actually, and so far the community's been really good. Like cheering you on if you're going like 1v3 on a team, but it's basically defusing bombs. It's the best looking Oculus Quest game I've ever played. I'm surprised at how good it looks, because I feel like my biggest gripe with a lot of the Quest stuff is that it looks like very blocky, and like when you get up close to stuff, it looks really shitty, like Population 1 kind of shit. But no, dude, the game is so fucking good. I want you guys to. The gun mechanics are perfect. I'm literally like peeking around corners, holding my gun tight, like walking around with a silenced pistol. It's dope. It's definitely the best VR game I've played in a long time, easily.
Yeah. Todd,
I haven't played anything else this whole week, man. I put on my headset until the battery runs dry for like 2 hours, and then fucking.
He has told me to buy this game almost every day this week, Mike. He's like, you gotta buy this game. You gotta buy it. It's so good. We gotta get Mike to play it. We gotta get Mike. He's like,
check out
it's
the
best. It's the best shooting game on Oculus. I can't believe.
Breachers.
So Mike, you can also like you can like scale down a building. So like you like use a little grappling hook and you're going down. When you get to like certain windows that you can bust out, you like press the toggle. So you like swing in, burst through the doors or the windows, and kind of just go fucking nuts. I feel like this game is. Everything feels good about it. From the guns to the attachments, everything's simple. It's very like I'm not fumbling around trying to figure it out. Oh, and it's got elements of Counter-Strike where like you buy your weapons before every round based on the amount of points you have from the round before, and so shit like that.
Yeah, Valorant does that too. I do like that mechanic in games.
Yeah, I do too.
It's made by the same folks that made Hyper Dash. Mike, that game you bought, I think, right? That we kept calling it like an Overwatch, like you had to push payload.
Yes, I feel like we played that like twice. I played it.
I don't know how many. Yeah, Todd definitely played it the most. I played a decent amount of it though.
Yeah,
I did enjoy that. But if this, I think I don't want to say the shooting was bad in Hyper Dash, but like
no, I think this is like more precise. It needs to be for a game like this. But I agree. Like the shooting in Hyper Dash is more like kind of futuristic and like weird, But this is like I legit feel like if I get a headshot, I'm like, holy shit, that was amazing. It's like the satisfaction of doing it. It's everything feels good in it, and that's usually my biggest gripe, because I like Population 1, but I don't think the gun mechanics after playing a game like this come even fucking close. Like Population 1's crap compared to the gun mechanics in this game.
Really?
Yes, that's how good. Yeah,
that's a big statement. I don't think the gunplay is bad in Population 1. I think it's different because the Breachers sounds like it's a more enclosed space shooter, where like Population 1 is wide open.
Yeah, and Breachers is like that. You can't really camp on the maps because there's an angle to come at from everywhere, so you kind of got to always be watching your back and stuff. But
I mean, I'll do what I've been doing all week to you. I'll say, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I'm pulling.
Look, I just need Todd to run through all the games on the Quest, and at some point he will have a definitive. This is the game. this is the one, guys. We need to go all in on this because I followed you.
I think it's
followed
this game
you
personally.
through Pop 1. I followed you through Hyperloop, Hyperdash, Hyper
Whoa,
Drive.
Mike, we played a good amount of Population 1.
Did we though?
I played, no,
I
that's
mean,
it.
again,
me
me and Todd did, but Population 1 was good. I wish we played more Hyperdash. I think Hyperdash hit in a weird lull where I wasn't playing a lot of Quest.
It was around that time when we were like
listen,
cool down a bit.
We got to get Dom a headset so that way the four of us can get on forever bowl and fucking.
No, there's a new bowling game that's supposed to be like even better, like amazing.
No way.
Like,
really?
Yeah.
I thought Forever Bowl was really good. Like I thought that was like a really good game, and it played like the same. I wonder if it has more music now.
Song over and over.
What was the song you could play?
Now. I forget. Like it was like Journey and like
no,
two
it was
other
like
songs,
what's fucking. So go ahead. That song wasn't it playing that song?
Oh,
Two Princes or whatever.
I don't fucking know what it's called. It had like 3 songs.
Yeah, I know. It got to a point where you could pick you could put on a shuffle from like a YouTube thing in the back of the.
Well, so that developer has like it's called for VR Bowl, Forever Bowl. They have like a bunch of different games now called that. They have like 4 VR
darts and
dart. Yeah, they have all these different games. I will say though, in the game that I don't think either of you bought, and I will fucking. You say when, I will drop what I'm doing and play this shit. I forget what it's called. I think it's called Top. What is the like real life indoor golf place? Top Golf? Is that a thing?
That one's Top Golf. I think it's Top Golf. Yeah.
Top Golf is so fucking good. Todd, I can't believe you haven't fucking bought this yet. I'm not even joking. We can just golf. We can also mini golf, but then you can just like go into a virtual indoor golf like arena. And we can just do a bunch of different like golf things in there. And for some reason, I don't know why this is the thing in VR games because other games do it. There's like, you can go on to YouTube and there are TVs in there that you can just play YouTube videos on. So we could like make a music playlist of music videos, or if Mike wants to watch, I don't know, random like we could put whatever the fuck we want on in there. And it's just funny to me because it's like we're in a real place, but also not. And like the way that it kind of like breaks that. Like makes you feel like you're in more of a physical place is these TVs that have fucking YouTube on it. It's so weird. So weird. But I don't know. It's
I try to sell people on VR all the time. I use my like whole reasoning behind like how the pandemic we couldn't go out and just like meeting up with people on VR and like it was like a very therapeutic.
Listen, you went deep dive. You were like
you were going into what was
I forget what that one
called. Place? Venues.
It was all about going into the like comedy nights at venues.
And... we got kicked out.
I did not get kicked out. I barely went into venues. There was one night where Todd and I were in venues, and there was just like some ridiculous people like running around in there. I'm like, I don't know. This is my where I want to be hanging out.
Remember like the open mic comedy? It wasn't venues. It was another game we played. Remember, like you could just like do open mic.
Oh, Rec Room.
Rec Room. Yeah, Rec Room. Yeah.
Yeah, the only time that I went in. Oh wait, no. Okay, in Rec Room we did get kicked out of one because we weren't supposed to talk. I'm like, what do you mean we can't talk?
Right. Yeah. It was so weird.
Yeah, we got kicked out for like. I think like someone was doing a comedy set. Maybe it was music or something. I don't. They were doing some live performance.
It was whatever you want. Like it was just a talent show kind of thing. Yeah.
And like someone told us to shh, and I was like, "What?" And then they kicked us out. Like, what do you mean shush?
It was like damn. It was like she came up like really close to us in VR and was like, "What
Mr. Hungry, can I call you Snow? What is this?"
Oh, you're just a baby boy.
Yeah, you're just a baby boy.
You don't know anything.
That's literally what happened to us. They came up to us and like fucking threw us out. Anyways, VR is interesting.
Do they do the man? I wish in VR you could do like the literal grab someone by like the collar of their shirt and the back of their shirt and toss them out. I believe I had a hat.
And then the other game you wanted to bring up is Dredge.
Yeah, I fucking love this game too. Yeah, I've been telling Brenden to buy this game as well. Since I bought it, but Dredge is basically like a fishing simulator.
It's super.
Sold. Yeah, it's like super peaceful. But you basically have to like build up your boat. But it also has like horror elements because when it gets to nighttime, there's like all these like Lovecraftian type monsters that you got to figure out where they're coming from, and you basically don't want to be out at night. But if you go out at night, you can get like better rewards and like better like stuff for your boat. But yeah, it's basically like you can just play it though as a straight up like I mean I'm sure you can do the other stuff too, but and it's creepy. It works well at like because I fucking hate the ocean, but yeah, the game's been awesome so far. It's like I was telling Brenden, it's like a mix of like the relaxation of Animal Crossing, but like it can go a different way if you wanted to, but you don't really have to. You can just fucking sit there and go fishing all day or do other stuff. And
yeah, like I'm looking at screenshots of this game right now. For some reason, the key art looks familiar. I must have seen a trailer for this game at some point, or maybe it was in like a presentation or something, because it looks familiar. Cool. Yeah, I'll check it out. I don't know if it sounds like my type of game, but it definitely is something that I want to.
It's a good relaxing
check
game.
Out.
Until the sun sets.
Have either of you been playing anything else other than the normal stuff before we move on?
No. Super Meat Boy Forever came out, and I bought that, and I played a few levels. That's about it.
Hasn't that been out?
I don't know. Now it's out on the phone, maybe? I have no idea what's going on.
Oh, you're playing it on your phone?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying it on your phone?
I suppose. It's one of those, it's one of those runners.
Right? Yeah.
Super Meat Boy Forever's been out for almost a year now.
Yeah.
Well, now it's on telephones.
What's a telephone?
I don't know.
Is that the song with Lady Gaga and Beyonce?
I mean, you're right, but also, never mind. That was the kid saying, "What's a computer?" Ugh. Remember that commercial for the iPad where the kid using an iPad and someone says, "What you got going on your computer?" And the kid goes, "What's a computer?" And then it goes, "Apple iPad." I remember that commercial. I hated that commercial.
Send it to me later. I don't think I remember that commercial. Cool. So, have you been playing anything else, Tom, or just the regular stuff?
I jumped back into Fallen Order for a day, a couple days.
Getting hyped just up for the new.
Yeah, get kind of a feel of the environment again, and do some achievement hunting.
Ooh, Dom's over here hunting them achievos. Yeah, I also went back and finished that game this week. It's a good game overall. I think the worst part about that game, which I believe is not going to be as big of an issue in the sequel, is you can't fast travel. And I can't tell you, there were at least 2 points in that game where I got to where I needed to get to on the planet, and I was like, I don't know how to fucking get back to the ship. I cannot find the way back, and I was stuck for so long trying to find the right path back, and that was.
Fun. You're starting to get some. You're starting to get some of that old man Todd genes in you.
How do I use a map?
Can't.
But I think overall it was good. I think my other probably bigger complaint with that game is that I wish you unlocked some of the moves a little earlier, just because I feel like the combat isn't like stale, but I feel like it gets way better later in the game, and I kind of wish you could get some of those moves a little quicker. But I liked it.
Cal to be Ray and just learn everything without any training.
Yeah, that's what I want. I mean, I also
kind of some lukewarm takes.
I kind of also feel like the story, like the back half of that story, is way better than the first half of that story, and I'm obviously not going to say it here. If you haven't played the game, I don't know how. I don't know how I didn't have that end of that game spoiled for me on the internet. I don't understand how that was never spoiled for me. It's very bizarre.
I feel like we talked about it in front of him before.
Probably.
I'm sure we did.
You probably have.
I asked him, I was like, wait until you get to the final boss. You already know who he is, right? Like, you already know who it is, right? And Brenden was like, no, I have no idea what happens at the end of this game. And I was like, you have no idea what happens at the end of this game? Idea. I was like, all right, you're in for a treat.
No idea. It was a treat. I couldn't wait. I was like, when you get to this last area of the game, the last planet or whatever, the last mission.
Mike, you know what the final boss is, right? Or the final...
I don't think I do. I mean,
yeah.
They made Jar Jar Binks a Sith. And that's like...
okay.
Yeah.
I did know
canon,
about that,
by the way. The game is canon. But yeah, it was enjoyable. I think the game has great set pieces. I'm excited to see kind of more of that, because I don't know a lot about the development of the first game, but I feel like this game has a very big fan base, so I feel like if they had any limitations when they were making the first game, I feel like they maybe had some more. I mean, I have no idea. I haven't played the second game. But I feel like because this first game was so popular and they're clearly making a sequel, I wouldn't be surprised if they were given some more, opportunities to do things with the story and the character, and whatnot. So I'm looking forward to that. There is like one specific set piece, like midway in the game of the first one, that like still might be my favorite moment in the game. Like, it was just a very unexpected and just very good scene, and I enjoyed it. It was a good time. It was what I mentioned to you on the phone, Dom. But I'll save the spoiler for Mike's sake, and also if someone hasn't played the game. It's quick enough if you're trying to blow through it before Survivor comes out, or if you want to play it at some point this year, with Survivor coming out later this month, or next week rather.
Fallen Order's on Game Pass, I believe.
It is indeed on Game Pass. So, which makes me feel at some point Survivor will also probably go on Game Pass because of EA Play, but that's usually probably at least a year away from release. But yeah, I would recommend it. It was enjoyable. I enjoyed my time with it. So there's that. I've also been playing Skyward Sword, but I'll save that for closer to Zelda coming out. We can talk about some more Zelda stuff. So the other big thing that happened this week was, of course, there was a Nintendo Indie World Direct on the 19th. Was that Wednesday? Something like that. A lot of stuff that we have already seen before or known about. Some stuff getting release dates. Some DLC. There wasn't a ton, in my opinion. Like, this was a softer Indie Direct, comparatively. I mean, the biggest highlight for me was getting some more kind of hopefully soft, well, not soft, but harder confirmation that Rift of the Necrodancer is going to release this year, because it got a 2023 little splash there. So I know, Mike, you enjoyed that at PAX. It was one of our best at PAX East this past year, or this past PAX. So I'm looking forward to getting my hands back on that again. It was funny to see Donkey show up in a direct.
Yeah,
like,
and the Donkey video was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, like it was, hey, it's me,
like,
video game Donkey.
Walking into a pond in the background.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I only got to briefly play that game, Animal Well, at PAX. I didn't set up a formal appointment for it. I kind of just was meandering around, and I noticed that there was an open station at one point, and hopped on. Actually, I didn't notice. I was standing there watching people play, because I was like, I don't know too much about the game, and I don't have a lot of time, so I'm not like crunched to do this. So this is the real story. I'm standing there, and I know what Donkey looks like, so I know it's Donkey, and I'm not like trying to like talk to Donkey. I'm just watching someone play Animal Well, and he comes over and he goes, "You want to play the game?" I'm like, "No, I'm okay. I'm just watching." And then he, like, a few minutes ago, and he asked me again, and I was like, "No, I'm just watching. I'm all good." And throughout that, like, 7 different people like came up and asked him to sign their copy of Knack 2, which I thought was very funny every time it happened. And then someone else there working the booth, I think it might have actually been his wife, was like, "Do you want to play the game?" And I was like, "Okay, sure, I'll play the game." So then I actually played the game for a little bit. It was interesting. It was good. I could see myself liking that game. I'd like to play more of it or see more of it. But that was shown at the Direct, and I thought that's definitely something to take a look at.
Look interesting.
Yeah, it looks like it's up my alley. So there's that. Yeah, a lot of DLC. I'm looking at a list of stuff. So I'll just run through a bunch of the things. Unless does anyone have highlights they want to talk about? I mean, we don't have to go too much into it.
I can't remember if we talked about Minico Night Market during our PAX episode, but seeing more of it makes me intrigued to play it.
Yeah, that's a game that's been kind of like out there for a while, and I don't know if I'm excited for it, or I've just been waiting for it for too long, or what. But like, I need to play that game at some point. So I'm hoping that does well and continues to pique my interest. Oxenfree 2 was probably one of the bigger hits from this, which I don't think was revealed prior to this.
I feel like we knew something about it, but it may have just been a teaser before,
like a logo, like here this is coming. So I never I briefly played the first game. I never finished it. Has anyone here played Oxenfree?
I started it somewhere.
Yeah, it was on Game. I don't know if it's still on Game Pass. It was on Game Pass at
Yeah,
one
I
point.
re-downloaded it.
Yeah, so it's something I should probably also go back to. It's the same developers, I believe, that made After Party. So
I think it's the same developer that made Oxenfree.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
actually, I think you're right. I think
yeah.
you're right. So there's that. So that was one of the bigger hits from there. Mike, Little Kitty, Big City. Is this your jam?
I think I saw that and I thought to myself, so this is a lesson we learned from Stray.
Is that the lesson we learned from Stray?
I think they saw how much hype Stray got and they said, okay, we just need to do more
100%.
cat games.
More cat games. Yep, I agree.
I'm scrolling through a list, and honestly, I don't know if there were any games really that were new, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because again, a lot of these things got dates, and it's just nice to see like indie games get highlighted by Nintendo. But yeah, I don't think there was a lot of new things that were shown here, which is interesting.
I had never played Teslagrad. Seeing Teslagrad 2, I have already put the bundle on my wish list on Switch. So.
Oh, this guy over here. Yeah, I have also never played Teslagrad. The first one might be on Game Pass. I'd have to check. I feel like it might have been at some point. But yeah, I mean, it was. At this point, we've had so many years of directs and indie directs. I think this was a softer one, simply because it didn't have like that. And not to diminish people who saw Oxenfree 2 and lost their marbles, but I think it was on the softer side. I really wish they would just put a date on Silksong, so I would have to stop looking at people every time an indie direct gets announced say, "Oh my God, we're gonna get Silksong today," because I promise you, we're not gonna get Silksong today. Go in with no expectation. Have no expectation of Silksong, so when it finally happens, you'll fucking head will explode.
I love the post where there's like an indie direct that comes out, and people are like, "Oh, great, another day where we're not gonna get Silksong."
Yeah, see, that's the mentality to have, because then when it happens, you're gonna be like, "I can't believe the Mad Lads did it."
This is rich coming from Brenden, who for years blew off playing all the Personas because oh, this is the year it's going to come to the Switch. And it finally happened. But for years, he was like, this is the one, guys. They're doing it. They're doing it. Guess what? They didn't do it.
We're all a bunch of silly little gooses, okay? I'm just saying, learn from me and don't be a little silly goose. Or do it. Who cares? But who am I? Who am I? Am I a fucking doctor? I'm not a doctor. But yeah, it was on the softer side, in my opinion, which isn't a bad thing. Again, I'm happy to see Nintendo to continue to do, specific indie directs, because I think that's important for the indie game scene. The other big thing that happened this week, before we wrap things up, was a Street Fighter 6 showcase, which I've already played a handful of Street Fighter 6. I can't fucking wait for June, because Street Fighter 6 is going to occupy.
Is it cross-platform?
It is cross-platform, baby. So we're fucking duking it out across consoles and PC.
I can't wait to whoop everyone's ass with Ken.
Okay,
oh,
all right.
Going back to my glory days.
Street Fighter 6 plays fantastically from what I've played of it so far, and this showcase that they had yesterday, was a little more focused on the other modes that are going to be here. With the I think it's called World Tour, and kind of diving into more of that and how that's going to be, where you have a player created character and how that story functions. You can become students of different Street Fighter characters and learn their fighting styles and stuff. It's just it seems like a wacky side thing that's going to be in this already robust fighting game. So I'm excited to kind of dive into this nonsense. I don't foresee myself ever using my player created character outside of that mode. I ain't bringing a Mii fighter into fucking Smash. You know what I'm saying? But there'll be the people that want to play that way, and that's great and good for you. But that mode just looks like a fun kind of spin-off thing to enjoy.
It's probably because like people always bitch that like Street Fighter has like the worst single player campaigns out of like any game, so they probably put
Yeah.
something into it for fucking.
Yeah, I mean, I
That
feel like
sounds
fighting games are one of the toughest genres to like have a single player mode in. I just feel like I don't know. There aside from like an arcade mode where you just fight the roster,
I think
with mini games.
Injustice is like one of the few games that did it right.
Isn't
That
it just
single
fighting
player,
the characters though with like cutscenes in between?
but it's like you go from like set piece to set piece, and it's like
Yeah, like it's a good
it puts
story.
the stuff.
Is what you're
Yeah,
saying? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, I feel like I don't know. I was a child. I haven't played a Tekken game as an adult and played like the campaign. But I feel like I liked the story of like Tekken 2 and 3. Maybe there wasn't actually a story. Wasn't there a story mode in Tekken 2? Wasn't it, weren't you
Story
like going down the
mode?
street? Weren't you? Wasn't like
No, there wasn't a. I don't think there was one of those until.
There was one in 6, the one with
Yeah.
Lars.
Yeah,
But
no, there might have been one before that.
Before
there might
that?
have been
I
four.
think which PlayStation Tekken had, I think it was Jin or Devil Jin on the cover with like his fist up. It was 2 or 3.
Three.
It wouldn't be 2. It wouldn't be
It
2
wouldn't be
because Jin
2.
wasn't born.
Yeah,
until
So then it must have been
Jin-
Tekken 3. I'm pretty sure in Tekken 3, I'm not saying like this sprawling single player. I think there were sections of that where you just like side scrolled and maybe fought people in the street, like in between stuff. Or maybe it was just a different mode. I don't know. There was definitely something. I'll have to look it up later.
And that sounds like maybe it was Tekken 4-ish. Because even
But
3, I think 3 was the first.
It was a PS1 game. Was
It's a
Tekken 4 on
PS1.
PS1? The game I'm talking
Probably
about was 100% a PlayStation 1 game.
Okay, well, Jin doesn't exist until Tekken 3, and even then, I don't think the Devil Jin stuff shows up until 4.
I'll just do that. I don't know why. Tekken 3 cover. Tekken 3. It's Jin like this, pulling his thing down.
And what system is that on?
PlayStation.
PS3. No, there's no way it's on PlayStation. The first one. It might be on PS2.
I'm looking at it. No, it's a PlayStation 1 game. Tekken 3.
The first 3 are PlayStation 1 games.
I played the shit out of Tekken 3, and it's a 1,000,000% a PlayStation 1 game. I mean, I'm also looking at the cover.
Yeah, I'm looking at the cover now.
Let me look at Tekken 4's cover. Yeah, I don't even think I played Tekken 4. I definitely never owned Tekken 4. Let me look at Tekken 5. I might not have owned Tekken 5 either. Damn, I really dropped off Tekken after 3. Tekken 6? Tekken 6, I may have
Tekken
played.
3 had a beat 'em up mini game called Tekken Force.
That's what I'm probably thinking of then. I knew there was something. Anyways. So yeah, the world tour mode looks definitely interesting. It looks very like Yakuza-esque in its kind of nonsensical nature. So I'm excited that there'll be this added stuff because for me, when it comes to a new Street Fighter game, I really just want a good fighting game with a good roster. And so far we are getting that. So anything else on top of that is great. They also kind of went into how the online is going to function. And I think aside from crossplay being hopefully at launch, I believe it's supposed to be, just the lobby system and all this stuff looks to be like it looks like they put a lot of thought into how do we make this a good experience for people who want to get in a custom lobby together and play fighting games. I think it supports 16 players. I think you can have up to 3 different matches going on at the same time. And if you wanted to,
no shit, that's amazing.
Yeah, and if you wanted to, you could, like, if you wanted to play with different types of rule sets, you can set each arcade cabinet to have different rule sets in the same lobby. So, like, you could really just have a good time with buddies, and I think that's exciting and fantastic. Like that, I like a good fighting game, and having a good suite of options for online play is even better. So I'm looking forward to that. It looks like there's going to be a lot of customization too in regards to like how your online profile looks in maps and stuff. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to like unlocking titles and cards and like different versions of like different artwork for the character I use to like be my thing when a match starts. So I'm looking forward to those little flourishes. I think it looks great. I mean, again, I've played a bunch of Street Fighter 6 already, so give me more. If you also want to play Street Fighter, you can't unfortunately play online right now. I don't know if there'll be another beta before the game comes out, but there is a demo that is available now on PlayStation 5, and then it'll be available next week on PC and Xbox as well. So, exciting stuff. We're really about to just get into an absolutely bonkers year. Like it is about to, like, we've already had a couple of bangers. Like we've already had Fire Emblem Engage, Hi-Fi Rush, Resident Evil 4 Remake. I'm sure a few other things I'm forgetting. Dead Space Remake. That was this year? It was in December?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yes.
So like we've already had like some fantastic games, and again, I'm sure I'm missing a bunch. Octopath Traveler 2. We're about to walk into Jedi Survivor, Tears of the Kingdom, Diablo 4, Street Fighter 6. Like, it's just about to be an absolute great time to play video games, and I'm very excited. Yeah. So there's that. What are any of you? I know Todd seemingly excited about Street Fighter 6. Are either of you excited for Street Fighter 6, or not gonna hop on the Capcom wagon?
I mean, I downloaded the demo. I went through the tutorial, and then I said, "Oh shit! I never finished Stray." So then I started playing Stray for like 10 minutes. Okay, I don't know.
Those are not the same games.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna buy Tekken 6. Sorry, I don't know if I'm gonna buy Street Fighter 6. I already own Tekken 6. I think.
Are you gonna buy Tekken 8? Tekken 9? I don't know what Tekken we're on. What Tekken are we on?
Tekken 8. Tekken 8. Fist meets Fate.
That's what's coming out, is Tekken 8?
Yes.
Okay. That's also this year, right?
I don't know if they put a date on it. I think it's this year.
Damn, fighting game fans are fucking eating this year. Let me see. Tekken 8 release date. Yeah, I don't think it has a date. This thing says second half of 2023 or early months of 2024. I don't know if that has changed or not. I'm not gonna dig into that right now. But
yeah, they've dropped some trailers for characters, but they haven't said anything definitive.
I don't know. Could be an Evo thing. Could be an Evo announcement. You never know. So
yeah, maybe.
They also went into like Capcom World Cup stuff. I think the first purse for World Tour for Street Fighter 6 is going to be $1 million for the winner, which is a lot of money. So yeah, exciting times. They also went into accessibility options, and I think they have a lot of really great things for people that need to play games with accessibilities, but also just things that are in there that I think if you really wanted to fine tune your abilities playing the game, like I think in training mode you can slow the game down so that you can like get better about timing for button inputs or learning, different frames and stuff like that. Like that's like some deep stuff for a fighting game, like natively to be in there. So it's all exciting for the accessibility side for people who need that, and then also just for the fighting game sickos that want to dial into the nitty gritty of stuff. I think that stuff is very interesting. So very cool stuff. Very excited. I was already excited for that game. Continue to be excited for that game. So anyways, that brings us to everyone's favorite part of the evening, which is we got to think of an overall name for what is this?
I was waiting for you to say it, right.
Like I'm not going to continue to say what's in the box and then we don't do what's in the box. We need like what's the broad term for what we're doing here? Because it's not necessarily video game trivia. Like it could be, but it's not. Like it's got to be a.
Does the Game Show Network have a tagline?
Name that game.
It does rhyme. I do like that.
As like the branding for everything we do is called Name That Game. But what if we play games that?
I feel like it's always naming a game.
So you're
except today where Brendan's gonna fucking blow it.
So I was just gonna say you're not wrong, but I do have a new game that is not naming in the game. But we're not gonna do that tonight because I need to fine tune it a little bit more. But I'll give you a hint. It's called By All Points. I gotta work on the name. Like biopic, but like bio points.
You came in here as if you had a name already. It's like, I got a name for it. And then you're like, I got to work on the name.
Well, when I said it out loud, it came out weird.
Reaction.
It came out weird.
If we were all like, woo, that's perfect. He's like, I did it, guys.
Well, would you say
name something?
Do you say biopic or biopic? Like, how do you say that word?
It depends if I've been hit on the head.
Okay, if you haven't been hit on the head, how do you say that word?
I probably say biopic.
Is that the same across the board? Biopic?
Yeah.
Dom, are you also biopic?
Yes, but I feel like I hear more people call it biopic.
I hear biopic a lot
do
too.
too.
The English language is fucked.
I don't know if there is a correct way to say it or if it's just both are acceptable. Regardless, bio points. I don't know. Good, bad.
I don't know what the game's actually going to be about, but I'm already because of this discussion, I already don't care for the name.
So the idea.
Actually, what's the study of life?
Biology.
Technology.
Now say the word again.
Biology.
Yep. Now change the ology into a PIC. Biopic.
Biopic. I'm confused. What were we doing again?
Biology.
Yeah.
Biology.
Yeah, I know. We got to biopic.
Yeah. That's the way it should be.
He's just saying we're all saying it wrong.
Yeah.
Biopic.
Well, again,
I guess
the
also
biography,
like biography. So biopic. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
The same way.
Anyways.
English language.
This is Pass the Controller presents Hooked on Phonics. Is that still around? What about Muzzy? What is Muzzy up to? Did anyone else used to watch those? Do you ever see those commercials though?
I know Hooked on Phonics. I don't know Muzzy.
I'm pretty sure Muzzy is just like British Hooked on Phonics. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think they would.
They fucking would.
Hold on, Muzzy.
Look up.
But
Muzzy.
Dom knows what I'm talking about, so now I'm not just like losing my marbles here. Muzzy is a BBC language learning for children.
Oh, it is BBC. Okay.
Come on, that guy in that commercial is definitely British.
I don't remember them being British in the commercial.
I'm pretty sure the narrator. Does Muzzy talk? I don't know. The only thing I know about Muzzy is just commercials.
He speaks other languages.
I have only ever seen a commercial for Muzzy.
I need to see what Muzzy looks like.
Do it after. Oh, you look what it looks like.
That's French they're speaking.
Oh wait, yeah. So Muzzy was not phonics; it was language learning. It was like different languages.
It was language learning, correct?
Okay.
I don't care for this at all.
Damn.
I don't know him, but I don't care for him.
All those kids are gonna grow up spelling favorite with a U. Ugh.
Favor, color. Gonna spell theater with an R-E. Or maybe ER. I don't remember which one we do.
We do ER. But whenever I see theater spelled with an R-E in my head, I always go theater.
Yeah.
Fucking time. And it's Tobias saying it too. It's not even me. It's just in my head. Tobias goes theater.
No, of course. We all have a little Tobias in our head.
We all have a little Tobias in us. Yeah. Anyways, I've been rewatching Arrested Development again, which is par for the course, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying to Mike off air, Arrested Development definitely has, of the shows I've been rewatching, the comedy specifically, Arrested Development has some of the maybe the most poorly aged things in certain things. Like there's some really, really bad. Like Community has stuff. Seinfeld has plenty. The Office, especially early Office, definitely has some standout not aged well, but Arrested Development has like full episodes of just no.
It was a different time.
It was a different time. Yeah.
In 2003, I don't know what to tell you. 20 years ago.
It's
I thought you were
going to say it was another show that just fucking crashed and burned.
I mean, it also did that, unfortunately. Though I will say, I don't know of another TV show that ever did this, and if there is one, I at least want to see those episodes. When they found out they were canceled, or knew they were going to get canceled, or they were maybe going to get canceled, there was a string of episodes, or at least one episode, where like they really went into like that as a gag, like they broke the wall, and it was like 3D,
like they did like save our family,
like
family, the home. They were doing something about HBO. I remember that was a joke. where they were pitching something to get HBO to buy something, but HBO was not home box office. It was some other thing within
That
the
world.
universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good gags. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Not necessarily the same thing, but some of the hardest I laughed at television was that last week that Conan hosted The Tonight Show, because he knew that they were kicking him off and bringing Jay Leno back, and he was just doing random shit. And I laughed so hard at all the things that he did there that I can't find on TV.
Are those clips on YouTube?
I don't think so. Especially because I think he did shit like, I don't think he played the Beatles. Like, I don't think he played Beatles music, but he did things specifically because he's like, this is expensive. I'm going away. I can just do these things because, senioritis. This is my last week.
Yeah.
Fuck it. 2 weeks left.
He really pulled the 2 weeks left.
Hell yeah. Try to find some clips of that, Mike, if the full episodes aren't there, because I would like to see some of that.
He brings some of his characters from his old show on. I feel like he did that at the end too.
I think he was doing that throughout, but he definitely did it towards the end.
Well, I thought he couldn't do it because of copyright, and then at the end he was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna do it anyways."
Oh, maybe that's what happened too. It's been a while.
It could be wrong, but I feel like that was the case. Is like there was like a copyright issue where like Comedy Central technically owned the characters, and then at the end he was like, "Fuck it, I don't care."
Yeah, that might have been the case.
Interesting. I fucking love
Okay,
Conan.
so
I don't know how you can have the intellectual rights to Cardboard Pope or.
The law is weird. Much like the English language, law is weird.
It's probably just a thing of like, oh, if this was the thing that originated on this show, we own the rights.
I know, but it's literally just a guy with a fucking UPS box on his head. Like that was the idea.
Capitalism.
That's how it works.
Capitalism fucking sucks. Anyways, yeah, if you can think of other TV shows that have similar things too, I'd be curious to see what that looks like. Because, I mean, as someone who doesn't I wouldn't call myself a television connoisseur.
Not a TV guy, not a movie guy. You're just
a guy.
Right.
Just a young guy. Not young anymore.
Young. Yeah,
got a lot of grays up on the side here. When my hair's down, you don't see them. My hair's back, and they're fucking shining, shimmering splendor. Anyways,
it's all coming out all over me now.
I got a little in the beard in the middle here on the two sides of my chin, but again, wearing a mask, you don't see it. So hey, I'm over here pretending to be young still. Anyways, before we get into tonight's game, which is of course the fan favorite, Answer Unlocked, we we'd appreciate it if you listen to the show on podcast feed, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and leave us a review. It would be fantastic. If you listen to us or watch us later on YouTube, we would love if you subscribe to us over there, leave us a comment on the video, all those lovely things. Or if you watch us live on Twitch, feel free to follow us at twitch.tv/passcontroller. You can subscribe to us for free. Well, not for free, but you have an Amazon Prime sub if you have Amazon Prime every month. So that does not stay if you subscribe to someone's channel. You have to do it every month. You can throw it around, give it to different people. You can give it to us. But if you have Amazon Prime, you have that free sub. So you should give that money to somebody, whether it be us or another creator that you like to watch. But yeah, wherever you listen to the show, wherever you watch the show, leave us a review, leave us a comment, subscribe to us, follow us, all those lovely things. Share the show on social media so more people can find it. You'd be surprised how little you doing something as easy as leaving us a review on Apple Podcasts does so much for the show. So if you do those things, we'd really appreciate it. And if you do leave us a review and we see it, it's nice things to read. We'll, maybe we'll show you on the show. You never know. Could be you. If you have bucks kicking around and you want to support us in different ways, you can, of course, subscribe to us on Twitch at twitch.tv/passcontroller. You can become a patron at patreon.com/passcontroller, and you can buy some swag over at passcontroller.threadless.com. All those things are all obviously lovely, and we appreciate them. But, you listening, hanging out, engaging with us is some of the biggest stuff you can actually do. So we appreciate it if you do those things. You can, of course, join our Discord community and keep up the conversation with us over there. And you can find us on all social media at PassController. But without further ado, let's get into tonight's game. Let me open up the correct thing on my phone. So the leaderboard for the year so far for 2023, Todd's lead is slipping. We'll see if the other two make a run for the crown tonight. Todd is in the lead with 22, Mike at 17, and Dom. Did Dom get the sweepy sweep last week? He's at 16. Did he get all three?
I think he got all three.
Okay,
I don't know what the games were. I don't even remember what we did last week, but I think he got them all.
I think Dom has the only sweep of the year. We'll have to look back and see. But Dom with the delicious sweep last week to gain some ground and catch up on the leaderboard. We have a bunch of guest points. Jesse Vitelli, front of the program, is the leader of the guest leaderboard, but we have no guests tonight, so we don't need to harp on that much longer. Without further ado, if this is your first time listening, the way Answer Unlocked works, I will read the achievement/trophies for a game. I will omit specific nouns if they are too revealing. And the first person to guess that game gets the point without further ado. Game number 1. Kicking back. Kick a blank that has kicked you.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Wow. Dom said, gimme those points, and tied for second place at 17. Dom said, gimme those.
It's kind of cheating. It's literally the last fucking thing that I did in Jedi Fallen Order.
I mean, you're a gamer. What do you expect? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Dom really just fucking sniped it. Game number 2. The journey begins. Completed the blank island tutorials.
Battlefront 2.
Incorrect.
Lego Star Wars.
Incorrect. The beginning. Defeated the blank and completed the main story on blank island. Ancient Defiance. Defeated the blank and completed the main story on blank island.
Seems very island focused.
It does.
Futile Resistance. Defeated the blank and completed the main story on blank island. Hope Across Ages. Defeated the blank and completed the main story on blank island.
The Dead Island.
Incorrect.
How many islands are in Dead Island?
A Land at Peace. Defeated the final threat and completed the main story.
Is it Rainbow Billy?
Incorrect. That's not a bad guess though, but incorrect.
It seemed right.
Let me see. I'll skip some of these. Expert Historian. Viewed all side stories. I gotta skip some more of these. I'll skip that too for now. Unrivaled Aptitude. Unlocked all skills. Combo Convert. Performed a blank blank for the first time outside of the training simulator. Combo Crackerjack. Performed blank blank 50 times outside of the training simulator. Kako Leader. Gathered 200 Kakos. Kakos? I don't know.
Sonic Adventure Battle 2?
Incorrect.
Oh, wait, that's KO.
That's Chow's. Yeah, this isn't.
Yeah.
No, it's KOCO. Coco's. Elder Coco Encounter. Spoke with Elder Coco for the first time. Herculean blank. Raised power level to max. Hardened blank. Raised defense level to max. Hardy blank. Raised blank level to max.
Hardy. What was the last one?
Hardy.
Hardy or Hardy?
Hearty. Hearty.
Okay.
Oh, I also thought he said party. I was like, what could possibly be party level?
Yeah.
Easy Prey. Defeated all enemy types. Unknown Threat. Defeated a Guardian for the first time. Threats Identified. Defeated all Guardian types. Swath of Destruction. Destroyed 100 breakable objects. Celestial Rain. Encountered a starfall for the first time.
Oh, it's definitely Animal Crossing.
Nailed it. Blank Island Memories. Repaired all portals on Blank Island. And repeat that for all of the other islands.
Sonic Frontier.
It is indeed Sonic Frontier. Mike said, no second place tie for me.
I blacked out. What was I right?
You were right.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Game.
Don't know what that game's about.
Well, there you go. It's about cocos.
Clearly, you do.
I don't know why I read that word as cocos. This is probably cocos. I don't know why I read it that way. I think it's because of the hard K, like K. I don't think cocoa. I think K, like hard. Anyways,
I think K is only come in the hard variety. I don't know that for certain. Again, I don't know the English language that well, but it.
Game number 3. This war is over. Complete the campaign. It just keeps going. Beat wave 25 in Blitz Firefight. Wake up. Complete the signal. A history of decimation. Complete a new enemy. Dominated. Complete Ascension.
Is it Gears of War 4?
Incorrect. Guerrilla Tactics.
Oh, 5. I'm sorry. I meant 5.
Incorrect. Guerrilla Tactics. Complete 130. Stirring the Pot. Complete the blank. All travel is suspended. Complete Lights Out. Behind enemy lines. Complete From the Deep. The Setup. Complete Hold the Line. And the Knockout Punch. Complete Under the Dark. 5th floor. Tools, Guns, Super Weapons. Complete The Foundry. Sentinel Size Matters. Complete the blank. Last Stop, This Town. Complete Last Stand. Learn the ropes.
Is it Wolverine Origins?
Incorrect.
Is the Wolverine?
That's a weird pull, but incorrect. Learn the ropes. Complete the basic standalone tutorial. Know the ropes. Complete the advanced standalone tutorial. 2 heads are better than 1. Complete a mission in co-op.
Is it Army of 2?
Incorrect.
Is it Ultimate Alliance 3?
Incorrect.
Is it Ultimate Alliance 2?
Incorrect.
Is it
Ultimate Alliance?
Incorrect. The Hard Fight. Complete the campaign. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Complete the campaign on blank.
Oh.
Surviving the Long War. Complete the campaign on blank.
Oh, okay.
Palmer's Pure Gold. Earn a gold medal on every mission on any difficulty. Gold Rush. Earn a gold medal on any mission on any difficulty. Lone Wolf. Complete any solo missions on blank with... I can't read the rest of that.
Is it Midnight Suns?
Incorrect. Let me skip forward a little bit. Alas, poor Yorick. Collect a blank. Morbid Curiosities. Mike?
I was going to say a Halo game, but I didn't even know which one to pick. I'm going to say Halo 5.
Incorrect.
Halo 4.
Incorrect.
Halo 3.
Reach.
Incorrect. Morbid Curiosities. Collect half of the blank. Collecting a Dream. Collect all the blank. The Scrappy 6. Complete a multiplayer match as each of the 6 launch leaders. Matchmaking only. I love when there's parentheses.
Yeah, it was very important for us.
First Steps. Complete a multiplayer match. Matchmaking only.
Halo 2?
Incorrect. Natural intelligence. Play a skirmish match alone against only AI opponents. One or more. Two heads are better than none. Win a skirmish match with a friend against only AI opponents. Two or more.
Of course.
You've got a case of the burly. In a 1v1 skirmish match against blank AI, recycle your base in the first 5 minutes and then win.
You said Halo Reach already, right?
Yeah.
The rank and file. Recruit or construct one of each blank unit in multiplayer or skirmish. Launch units
It's
only.
gonna be. Is it Fortnite?
Incorrect. The tribe. Recruit or construct one of each blank unit in multiplayer or skirmish. Launch units only. Trash compactor. Destroy 100 vehicles with anti-vehicle units. Multiplayer, skirmish, or blitz. Fly swatter. Destroy 100 air units with anti-air units.
Is it mercenaries?
Incorrect. Multiplayer, skirmish, or blitz. Meat grinder. Kill 100 infantry with anti-infantry units. Multiplayer, skirmish, or blitz.
I feel like I should know it just off of Blitz.
Spare change.
Oh yeah, it's NFL Blitz. There it is.
Not it. Spare change. Spend 5 leader points in multiplayer, skirmish, or terminus firefight. Big spender. Spend 100 leader points in multiplayer, skirmish, or terminus fight. We'll skip some of these. The hand that feeds. Kill a unit owned by a developer or someone who has this achievement or trophy.
That sounds familiar. Say that again.
The hand that feeds. Kill a unit owned by a developer or someone who has this achievement or trophy.
Ooh, fuck. I feel like something I did fairly recently.
Making the most of the day. Complete 3 daily challenges in 1 day. A strong showing for the week. Complete a set of 3 weekly challenges in 1 week. Short-term commitment. Complete at least 1 daily challenge each day for a week. Long-term commitment. Complete at least 1 weekly challenge each week for a month. Duelist. I think, does Duelist have 2 L's in it? Or is this spelled
Here we
wrong?
go.
I think it only has 1 L,
Yeah.
but again,
This is-
English
Again,
language.
English language.
This is definitely spelled wrong, man.
fucked up.
Duelist. Win your first blitz match.
Ooh, is that a hint?
Matchmaking
Could be.
only.
Is it like a British spelling?
We all know how much the British love their L's.
Ante up. Complete the blitz tutorial. Card Shark. Complete 25 blitz matches. Matchmaking only.
Blitz.
I feel like it's gonna be an older game. I'm just assuming it's a new game.
Full House. Complete blitz matches as each of the 6 launch leaders. Matchmaking only.
It's Peggle. Peggle 2.
It's not. All or nothing. Play all cards in your deck at least once in a single blitz match. Stacked the chips. Gather 150 energy crates over any number of blitz matches. Jackpot. Play 777 total blitz cards over any number of matches. We'll skip some of these.
Just when I think I know it, and then I fucking have no clue.
Just the facts. Collect half of the campaign logs. Original campaign. The full story. Collect all the campaign logs. Original campaign. Some light reading. Find a campaign log. Original campaign. Which now I guess we'll get into the DLC achievements.
Okay.
Or trophies.
Brenden, I'm at a loss. You didn't reveal anything to me. I don't know what's going on.
It's a game that has a campaign. It also has a lot of multiplayer options.
And
That's why I
cards.
thought
And apparently a card game.
Duelists. I don't want to set the world on fire. Burn 50 infantry with Blank's Flame Wall ability. Multiplayer, skirmish, or blitz.
Oh, it's League of Legends.
Incorrect. The roof is on fire. Kill 100 units with Inferno. Multiplayer skirmish or blitz.
Fuck, man.
Twisted Firestarter. Win 3 matches as blank blank. Multiplayer skirmish or blitz. Bare Necessities. Build 10 Grizzlies. Multiplayer skirmish or blitz. I feel like I'm like...
Oh, Country Bear's the game. Country Bear's the game.
He fucking nailed it. I feel like it's like an end of a commercial that has like something they have to like read really fast, like only in select states. Heroes. No. Heroes never die. Win 3 matches as Forge. Multiplayer skirmish or blitz. Incorrect. Man to freak communication. Kill 50 units with Forge's blank. Multiplayer skirmish or blitz.
Forge is also an X-Men character. So
Yeah.
I'm still confused.
Oh, it's Marvel Snap.
I think of Forge and I think of like the creative zone in Halo or whatever. Like it has nothing to do with anything.
Let's see. Let me see if I can skip around and get something a little more revealing.
Why don't you just tell us the name of the game?
Our Big Green Style. Win 3 matches as blank blank. Multiplayer skirmish or blitz.
Win 3 matches as the Hulk. Whoa. What a fucking shocker. What is the fucking game?
Yeah, we still don't, yeah.
I still don't.
I gotta skip all those.
Marvel Sons.
Correct. I think we've done that one already.
I
think someone got it.
Sons.
I think someone got it quick too. Like they're like, I just got that achievement. Here, I'll give you another context clue. Let me see. This game released in February 21st of 2017. So it's not a new game. It's not an old game. It's just there.
Okay, that's... I guess technically that's narrowed it down.
Let's see. Vidmaster Challenge, 100 drops. Gain a gold medal and complete all objectives in Gatecrashers on blank. I will not read more of those because there is a hint in that. I will not continue those. You Met Me on Reach. Win 3 matches as blank. Multiplayer skirmish or blitz.
The Halo Wars?
Incorrect.
Is it Halo Wars 2?
It is indeed Halo Wars 2.
Oh, that's fucking so lame.
I mean, you blurted it out. You could have thought about the date.
Hey, you said I didn't have to say a fucking exact thing. So I
That's 2 different games. So how that works. I thought you guys would have got there. Yeah, Halo Wars 1 came out in 2009. I thought you would have got there sooner because you definitely picked up on Halo right away. And then you guys just stopped guessing Halo games.
But we also, I forgot Wars existed. We also were stuck on Marvel for a while.
Yeah,
so.
I was laughing really hard when that other one lined up and Mike went, the Hulk, but we don't know what game it is. I'm like, it's not the Hulk. I'm like, it's not the Hulk. So that'll do it for the week. Dom said, let me tie that right back up, Mike, which now we have a second place tie between Mike and Dom at 18, and Todd 2 weeks in a row, Bagel, 22 points, holding the crown though, holding it tight. He's gonna have to come with it next week. What's your favorite game to play, Todd? Is it What's in the Box, or what's your favorite?
I like the achievement. I like that music one we did.
All right, maybe I'll bring the music back one next week. Oh no, it's movies. No, next week's movies. This is where Mr. Cinema. This is where Mr. Cinema. Next week's movie. Next week is Scanner Darkly. So
it's already fucking the end of the month. Jeez.
Yeah. So bring your.
It's a darker Scanley. You keep saying it wrong.
No, it's
a darker Scanley.
No, it's Stanley Tucci. There you go. There's the hint. All the movies next week are going to be Stanley Tucci joints. So brush up on Stanley Tucci.
Tucci. Which Transformers movie was Tucci in? He was in one of them.
He was in the Hunger Games.
All right. Well, now I can't do Stanley Tucci movies because you guys are just Tucciing it up. You're a little Tucci close.
Is Stanley Tucci in Scanner Darkly?
I have no idea. You said a darker Stanley, and then I just said Stanley Tucci. So that's where we're at.
He plays Mr. Darkly, I think, in that movie. You know the premise of it.
I don't know. Oh, actually, we should do that before we wrap up. I don't know what this movie's about. Did we already do this? Did we already give my?
I feel like we did.
That's fine. Yeah. I don't know. It's about a scanner.
Okay.
I guess it's
I think that's what you said before.
It's actually a biopic about the downfall of Xerox.
Oh yeah, it's a tragic story.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like
that's why it's so darkly.
It's. Anyways, that's been our show. That's been episode 367 of the Pass Control Podcast. Follow us everywhere. Leave us a review. Subscribe to us. Do all those lovely things and make us a bunch of happy little boys. You can, of course, find me at Beagram. You can find Mike at _MichaelPath. You can find Todd at Toddy_by_nature. And you can find Dom at PTC_OneLittleSpark. And I know there have been some people that typically listen to us or engage with us in one specific way, whether it be listening to us on a podcast feed or on YouTube or somewhere. And I have seen some of you come around into different areas. You've popped into live streams where we're playing Fortnite or something else. You've made yourselves aware, so continue to do that. It's great to see where you're coming from and how you engage with us. And if you're someone that just only knows our voices and have never seen us, you can find us on YouTube or on Twitch. Watch us stream some games live, stream the show live, of course. So we appreciate you. Until next time.